for Landsat. That's why I said that for each satellite they have. So the value of VSS equal to AR plus VR square plus C. So this guy probably will have thousands of satellites that many with this paper. That's probably the first one who have come up with this idea. So yeah. Then for bodies, Tasan. This guy also published in Journal on Remote Sensing to come up with this. Yeah. This for chlorophyll. Okay, so for the error actually we got about 25% for the VSS using Landsat. And then for bodies is about 30%. Okay. So this is what actually the results. You find the same procedure. Basically, in this case, we don't develop the model because the model is already there. Means the mathematical equations are already there. The parameters are already defined through experimental setup by others. Correct? So this is how actually we produce. This is the TSS. So many years is quite high, isn't it? See here? You see here? So basically, more or less, both actually reveals similar results. Huh? Then this is for chlorophyll A. And imagine, this one you are every day data that you can capture. So excellent actually, you can do a daily chlorophyll mapping. I mean, some of the products are, they process and do it also. And this is already incorporated actually in the satellite owners, you know. So some of the standard products like chlorophyll, then they have this surface temperature, land surface temperature, sea surface temperature. It's a product they process. It's nothing to do because they have already the equations. They just apply that, produce it, and then put as a product. You can download it for free. Okay, so the conclusion is right. Yeah, so in both cases actually both Spot 4 and also the bodies and the Landsat actually they are quite okay in terms of both the applications that we use. So and if you, when you use this model, because there are many models, yeah. So this is actually you can still be able to derive basically Malaysian water and the atmospheric effect. Somebody is asking. Atmospheric effect was only included for water quality extraction except bodies and Landsat. Okay, so that means only in the case of Spot 4. So ground truth also is limited because considering the area is so big, especially for Bali, of course we would like to have more number of ground truthing, but then it's not easy because logistics, limited resources. Bodies, you have good spectral and temporal resolutions to perceive what the terminal. Yeah? So we have seen that even for mapping and monitoring of the water quality, also we can engage remote sensing, different types of sensor. We have that, and also to when we say water quality, means we are not talking about only one. We are talking about different indicators of water quality, such as ESS, TDS, ST, then you have chlorophyll, and so on. Yeah? So, but again, some limitations need to be considered with the conditions, because as I said, you are planned, because in the next pass, so that there is no rain, there is cloud of heavy rain to finish. Yeah? And then sea conditions also, if you are taking especially the coastal areas, yeah? Because you want to be time on board with a high tide or whatsoever. So it's also risk involved, transportation, logistics, and then high risk also. Yeah? Sometimes you put a lot of effort, but then you get nothing. Yeah? So that's also possible. So all these things, but anyway, this you have seen actually some good case study that step by step what can be done if you want to apply actually different types of sensing data for quality monitoring, mapping, and so on. Okay? Any questions you have? Any questions you have? Still have the window. You have any question? I have to go back.
Sorry, just for discussion.
Yeah.
Yes, just for the mapping purpose. So when we develop the regression models, we usually, for the research purpose, we want to validate the model, and then we split the data to training and testing. So if I want to produce only the maps, so why not I develop the regression model based on the whole data set that I have? So maybe when we use the 14 set of locations, the data, for model development. And then this model will be used for the mapping. So,
Good idea, but a mathematician,
yeah.
statistician will not agree on this because they want to clearly see that, okay, this is the area where you did not take any measurement data included in your model, right? But you have predicted, correct? You have predicted based on the data, the other part of the data that you have taken.
Yeah.
So they want to clearly see that how much actually is your prediction accuracy.
Yeah, but if my objective is
So if you take more number of samples, obviously,
yes.
so the correlation will be much stronger.
Yeah,
Definitely.
just for the objective that I want to improve the quality of the maps.
Yeah.
It's not the model.
It's a still actually is a very, very valid problem because there is no hard and fast rule. What is the distribution of a training sample should be? Yeah, whether it should be 20%, 10%, 50%, 20%, 30%, and so on. It always depends on the number of samples that you have. The more numbers that you have, it is better if you go for 50-50.
Yes.
You know, if you ask a statistician, he will tell you, let's say I have 1,000 samples, 500 samples I will use it, 500 samples I keep it. Then at least whatever you say your result, I can accept it. Okay? So the idea basically is, the main objective is to use less number of sampling and to produce maximum prediction accuracy. Because why? Two reasons here. One thing is, not all the time you have the resources to collect that many number of samples. You may not have that much of resources, you may not have that much of money, and so on. So if you develop something based on the limited number of samples, and if you prove it that the prediction accuracy is acceptable, then the scientific community will be more excited. Right? So that is the reason. But I can tell you, there is no hard and fast rule. There is no rule saying that what should be the percentage of the distribution of the samples used for prediction accuracy and for modeling purpose. Yeah, but you have a good point because you are saying that I have 14 locations, I have put a lot of effort. So I know that when I create this regression analysis, basically I will be getting much better results, much better equations. Correct? So, but then you can do in the next step, maybe.
Yeah, maybe after.
Then what you can do probably, I would do in this way. I would do it because my idea would be next time, I want to minimize the number of samples.
Yeah.
Correct? So you should try to optimize the number of samples that is good enough, giving you this acceptable amount of accuracy. You know? So same thing. I mean, if you go for soil analysis also, so how to split the data? But obviously it has to be randomly split. That is for sure. Yeah. Because you do not want to handpick based on your knowledge, because that biased thing should be let out. It has to be randomly split, and then then only it will be more reliable. Okay, very good question. Huh? Any other questions that you have? Anything related? Or not related also okay. But
I have one. May not be directly related. I like to know how all this can go in the environmental management systems. How
Good. Today one group came. Then I told them, gave them a topic. And the topic actually picked up while doing police test. Okay, they are supposed to come and see me. They made an appointment to discuss about the topic. They wrote to me. But then while reading the newspaper, I found something. I told them, let's do this. Okay? Well, question is how this thing can be useful for management. What? For example, you have different month of the year. Okay? You would like to know now how your sedimentation process in your water, because this is a lake actually provides water also, potable water, drinking water, right? So you like to know actually and monitor them, how actually it is fluctuating. Then the next level also you can go into the source and so on. You can go into a lot of things, right? But at least you have some information now.
policy?
Yeah?
New policy maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you monitor every year, or you found that okay, September, October, that's the time actually. This particular the TDS maybe is getting high. Okay, and that's the time actually they do the replantation. Yeah, when they do the replantation, basically they chop up the old trees, burn it, correct? So then subsequent water power all brings back actually to the water system, contributing to the TDS, TSS and so on, correct? So that's why, I mean, this is extremely useful. For me, if I'm an environmental guy, I would love it.
See temperature, not related to the quality.
I never shown any sea surface temperature. I never shown anything on sea surface temperature. Did I show?
You mentioned certain information.
Yeah, I was giving example. But in this case, there was nothing to do with the sea surface temperature.
But
I just gave an example. Yeah, land surface temperature, sea surface temperature. I gave some example. But in this, no, because this is not an indicator of the solution. See, again, going back to this, I always mention about the indicators, the parameters, and so on. Correct? So this is so important because based on that, you can actually determine what you're going to measure in the field. Right? So let's say you do this and you measure the sea surface temperature. How?
Yeah, because the Japan with the tsunami, the nuclear station, the water to cool the nuclear stations go to the water. He must be monitoring this amount of temperature nearly from the station. For yes, in Japan, the last tsunami.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You see, those are, there are direct indicators and those are indirect indicators. Yeah? A lot of work has been done on that aspect as well. So basically you are trying to say that free forecasting of a major earthquake, for example. Yeah? Sea earthquake, seabed earthquake. Yes, there are some indirect indicator you can use. And people try actually, the scientists have tried, the remote sensing guys, they have tried a lot actually to somehow correlate. But again, you have to be extremely lucky to come up with that specific correlation, what they do and how they do. They say, before a major earthquake happened, days earlier or weeks earlier, because of the process that is happening on the ground, in the ocean bed, I mean in the mantle, that also reflects back actually the surface temperature of the water. Okay? So they wanted actually to see if there is any specific correlation between if the sea surface temperature is increasing just before the major earthquake is being happened. Before. Number one. Number two, does it also reflect to the chlorine of the water? Yeah, because the temperature and the chlorophyll are quite correlated. Yeah. So they looked at actually and they found some evidence, but it's not very conclusive. Because out of 150 earthquakes, maybe you will find 30 earthquakes. They are, yes. Not only that, not only in the ocean, but also in the land. They are called precursor. Yeah, earthquake precursor. So I have actually seen some very good papers published in International Journal of Emotions in this. I will remember the name of this research. So Professor Saraf, he did actually a lot of research on this. He took almost about, I think about 50 to 60 earthquakes, land earthquakes from Middle East. Yeah, he included the bomb earthquake, he included all those earthquakes that has happened. So what he basically did, because you see, he wanted to prove before earthquake is happening, yeah. So the gas particles that is trapped actually inside the rock body, it escapes. Okay? So they wanted to measure actually any anomaly that is going to happen. That means, let's say, they measure the aerosols. Aerosols, you know, the tiny particles that is actually present in the atmosphere, right? So that also you can monitor and measure them through motion sensing, right? So they wanted to measure that if there is an expansion, because some of the neutral gas, like neutral gas means helium, correct? They escape actually from the pore space of the rocks. Because when actually the contraction is happening inside the mantle, that affects that and it actually released to the atmosphere. So they measured that. And they found actually some correlation. And there was some conclusive statement. But then based on that, okay, I predict the next earthquake. No. What science is that? You know, I mean, you measure, you monitor, you come to a point whereby you can prove to the other community that yes, you are right, you have enough evidence. Then you could but you can't then. But it's a way to go, yes. Yeah, I have seen a lot of those people. Also, I have attended this presentation, so I know. See, a lot of crazy ideas, but useful ideas. Right? See how they correlate. Okay, this is gas escaping, then it interacts with the atmosphere. When we measure this, that, you know? It's good, isn't it?
Excuse me, why in the water quality we don't mention about the temperature of the water? From my experience, because I am fishing, the pure water in the not in the shallow, in the deep water, because maybe the penetration of something, it's more hot than the unclean water. But with dust and something like that is more cold.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yes, I know. Then in this case, we can see that the hotter water is more clean than the second one.
See, if you understand actually the turbidity, the PSS and all this, after some time also they do dissolve and also settle down in the bed. Right? Correct? So, and it's a continuous process. Right? So I don't see that temperature by any means actually give you a direct indicator of the temperature. Because you already have so many parameters which are directly related to GSS, chlorophyll, then you have
But
COD, BOD.
just by diving, you can find that they're different.
It's not needed. Why don't you do it? It's not
Because
needed.
the way with the fish, the more fish.
So you do research on this then. You know, last year or 2 years ago, one of the group actually, they actually did the water quality measurement of our lake here. They were so excited. Then they did something. They rented a boat. Again, they measured different sampling and all that. I remember. So, possible. But look, you see, literature review is so important as well. Because, well, ideas can be unique. Because you basically, it's free. You think some ideas is for free, isn't it? Whether the idea is feasible, practical, that's very important for us. Otherwise, it will become a laughing stock among your community, isn't it? So that's why the literature review
شوي خلى يطلق
must understand people
يطلق
go,
مضرب ريح
this is
شوي
what I
ركض
studied, this is what are the indicators, and so on.
No, Prof, we need some information about the water quality because Prof helped me some report for this. I read now China have hyper spectrum sensor just for water quality. Just for water quality. Hyper spectrum.
بس المعلومة اللي جاب
So but the objective of this class
مضربة
actually show
مضربة
the application of remote sensing in different environmental.
كانت ليبيا لأنه أي تظلينك
At
ليبيا
least you have seen. Yeah. Also, I'll teach you on how we can also do a chlorophyll, also that is on ground. Yeah, and also the feasibility, whether it's possible or not, that's very important. Then plot. Yeah, plot is urban applications, urban modeling, for example. Yeah. So it's hard, I mean, now remote sensing has been used everywhere. So, but I have to be particular. There's some information that I collected in your first place, right? Depending on what background that you come from. So, alright? Next week is what day? Next week starts? Next week is not the SCRS, right? No. Okay. When is your semester break? Semester break when? Because we have to also plan about the. Huh? Semester break week is 2nd November. Seventh week or 8th week? When? When is the semester break?
I think after the
So a week before the semester break, I would like to have the test. It's already 5th, you know. 5th week. Don't worry, 1 hour test.
آخر أسبوع
Okay, now we are.
قبل البريك
We are where? We are where? 12, 19, not sure. Because we are away, but we'll see how. So when is your semester break? 31st of October. Okay, so I would like to book 26th of October. Is okay. Why you want to carry all your... Oh yes, sir. Then I'll be able to go.
perspective
Next week, yeah.
Always they bargain, you see.
but this is when
Always
this
wanted to make before the test, before the
26th October.
so that I can mark your paper in the night. No, maybe I can come. Okay, so we do it, because you know what? The longer you wait, the more amount of material you have. For you is bad. So, okay. So then we do it, second is holiday, is it?
Yes.
Confirm.
Yes.
Okay. So 2nd November is holiday, huh? You 9 I have workshops. It's also 9. Long time ago, for 10. Huh? Okay, like this lah. Can we do before the Deepavali holiday? 19 okay or? Just 19, 2 weeks, I mean 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Because ACRS conference is
Please.
going on. Yeah. The town is good. How? Tourism? Yeah, 19 actually that week is a very tough week also for me because I have 4 events. 26 already, she's telling me already. Okay. Then 2nd, Chutti. 9th is already too far now. It's almost going close to final exam release. How? Okay, when is your last day of your study week? Of December. We don't have many classes, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 class. Because I also need a presentation, one day. I think the presentation we can do it not during the class. We try to do it at different times. It's better because we need more time also, correct? So, if you agree, which is good for you of course, the study week we fix one day. For your presentation, if you agree. Huh? Long silence means off. Yes or no? Because then at least I don't let you waste one class. And one class is not enough. We have so many students now. We have almost 30 over students, so at least 10 groups. Okay, anyway, you just keep it in mind. So we will discuss it. But for midterm, at least I let you know. 1 hour exam. 1 hour only.
No.
Yeah, you know you are attending my exam. Very easy. So 1 hour. There will be short time. And also there will be some. Okay. Not decided yet. We'll discuss next week.
ايش قال يا هادي؟
خلص كل شيء.